Morning everyone, and welcome to day 2 of the Contemporary-a-thon. Today is going to look a lot like yesterday, except I am going to the gym, definitely this time, and I'm also going to go to the library. So I'll take you along to the library, probably not to the gym, and we can maybe pick some books out together. Maybe for the readathon, maybe for me to read afterwards. I finished Queenie this morning before I left for work, and I'm going to just process my feelings on it before I give you a final rating. It was quite enjoyable. I didn't love it, but I certainly enjoyed reading it, so that's a plus. Today I'm not really going to have much of a chance to read because I've got work in 5 minutes because I got here late. I've got a fitness class at lunchtime, so I won't have any time to read at lunch. But this evening should be full of reading. I'm going to pick a new ebook to read, or an ebook to read. I haven't actually read an ebook yet for this readathon. I'm leaning towards Clique Bait. I'm not sure if that was on my TBR, but that's one that I really want to read. And secondly, I want to read The Gravity of Us. I'm not really sure which one I'm in the mood for at the moment, but I've got all day to decide, so I'll let you know which one I decide to pick up later on. Hey everyone, I just got back from the gym. I am feeling exhausted right now. So I've done my fitness class today, in which we did 8 exercises over 8 minutes, and then we did like a finisher. So for the 8 exercises we did things like leg raises, scissors, flutter kicks, some sort of side to side thing, butt lifts, and a couple of other things that I can't remember. So there were 8 of those. So I did that at lunchtime today, only lasted half an hour, and did some stretching, that was good. And then I just ran 5k at the gym. I ran my 5k, which is just over 3 miles, in 28 minutes and 5 seconds, which is my fastest yet. So I'm quite pleased with that. I'm very pleased with that. I think it's my 3rd or 4th 5k of the year, and I am feeling quite flushed right now. I did also go to the library. I've got some books. I'll show you those once I have showered and I'm slightly less red, because right now you can't really tell because of this camera. It's doing a fantastic job of flattering me, but I am quite flushed. So I'm gonna go shower now, have dinner, and then I will show you the books that I got. I am still really freaking pink. I'm not really hungry yet because I just had a boiling hot shower and ran a whole lot. So I'm going to spend about half an hour finishing off yesterday's vlog so that I can get that up for this evening. I don't want to be 2 days late. I want to post vlogs the day after they're finished. That shouldn't take too long because I did start yesterday. I was thinking ahead, go me. And then I guess I'm gonna eat something, calm down, maybe do a face mask because I need to moisturize, and then I will be able to tell you my thoughts on Queenie and which book that I decided to read. Oh yeah, and the books that I got from the library. I forgot that I went there. In case you were wondering what I'm having for dinner, I figured you might be wondering what I'm having for dinner today and what I will be cooking. I won't actually be cooking because I made it all at the weekend because I'm smart and I prepped food because I knew it was going to be busy. Today I'm having a green pesto risotto with onions, spinach, carrots, and cherry tomatoes, and there's green pesto in there, vegetable stock, risotto rice, obviously, goat's cheese, and a bit of cheddar. So I'm gonna heat that up, eat it, probably put it away for lunch as well, and then I should probably do my hair and fix whatever is going on here, and then actually do some reading today because it's, what, almost 7 o'clock? It's 10 past 7 and I haven't done any reading yet today, and this is meant to be a reading vlog, so I'm gonna go and do that now. I will get back to you on all of the reading stuff and book stuff in a bit. So I'm just putting on a face mask because my skin is feeling quite dry. So I thought I would tell you about my thoughts and feelings on Queenie, which I finished this morning. I should probably tell you what it's about first because I haven't actually said anything about that. Basically, it's about a woman called Queenie who lives in London. She has just gone on a break with her boyfriend, from her boyfriend rather, and she's not coping with it very well. She starts sleeping around. She has a miscarriage right at the beginning, which is quite disturbing. Not disturbing, like upsetting. It impacts her a lot, and she progressively gets more and more anxious, more and more kind of down about herself and about her life. So it's quite intense, and it's not really what I was expecting. To be honest, it made me feel quite anxious as well, like reading what Queenie was going through. I'm using a tea tree face mask. I don't normally use these ones because I don't like how much waste the packets are, because these are only good for one face mask. I normally use, I don't know if I have an example, hang on, mud mask, which is in a pot, and that lasts for absolutely ages, but I felt like tea tree today. I used it the other day and I actually really like the way that it made my skin feel. It just takes a while to set. I did really enjoy Queenie. I still don't really know what to rate it, I guess. Like, I think I would probably want to give it 3 stars, but at the same time, I think it will stick with me because it's kind of impactful. So I'm trying to decide whether I should give it a 3 or 4. I could make this a lot easier on myself and just give it, my face is so shiny. I could make it easier on myself and just give it 3.5, but Goodreads doesn't allow that. I kind of want to give it a solid rating. So I read it quite quickly, obviously. I read it in just over a day, but I did find myself thinking about it a lot. Oh no, my hair's got in the way. I did find myself thinking a lot about it this morning, and it did make me feel a bit off. And I think because I had another busy, stressful day at work, today was actually worse than yesterday, but because I went to the gym, I'm feeling quite good about it. I think, to be honest, it made me feel a bit stressed and anxious in the morning, having read the book. So yeah, I'm still processing my thoughts now that, or after I've put my face mask on. I'm going to start The Gravity of Us because that's the one that's really appealing to me at the moment. In case you didn't know, it's about 2 boys, teenage boys, whose parents work for NASA, and one of them, his dad, is going into space. I think he's going on the first mission to Mars, and obviously the boy is quite nervous about his dad going into space. Like, who would want that? I guess they get into, I don't know, a romantic kind of relationship. So I'm looking forward to reading it. I'm hoping it's going to be quite a fast read because it's quite short, so I'm really looking forward to it. It should be quite an easy one to fly through. I hope that it doesn't make me anxious or feel funny like Queenie did. While this is drying, I guess I could probably show you the library books that I got. Not in the bathroom, obviously. Okay, I probably need to hurry up before this thing dries because I'm already feeling quite a dry top lip, so I'm not going to be able to speak for much longer. Ended up getting 5 books from the library, which wasn't too bad. One of the ones that I got is actually a book that I already had checked out, but I didn't realise. So that's a bit embarrassing. So I now have 2 copies of Her Every Fear by Peter Swanson. I can return one of these at the weekend, maybe. This one, I'm not entirely sure what it's about. I just know it's a thriller, and Peter Swanson is quite a popular author, I think. At least everyone was very hyped for his book when it came out last year, which was called All the Beautiful Lies, I think, something like that. And then he also has 8 Perfect Murders coming out this year. I also picked up The Family by Louise Jensen. This is another thriller. This one is about Laura is grateful when a local community, Oakleaf Organics, offer her and her 17-year-old daughter Tilly a home. Laura uncovers a horrifying secret, but Alex and his family aren't the only ones with something to hide. Just as Laura has been digging into their past, they've been digging into hers, and she discovers the terrifying reason they invited her and Tilly in. So I think this is about a woman who goes to stay with another family, and they're all very suspicious of each other. Neither side is particularly comfortable. This one I'm hoping should be a quick read, except the font is quite small for a thriller. So I don't know if I'm going to read this one this week, but I can always pick up for Contemporary-a-thon, which I'm taking part in next week. I can't remember which day it starts. I think it starts this weekend. I also picked up The Missing Years by Lexi Elliott. This is set in an eerie old Scottish manor, which is one of my favourite settings for thrillers. I've read The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, which was set in the Highlands. That was super creepy. And I've also read The Hunting Party, which, again, set in the Highlands. Really enjoyed it. I'm very keen to start this one. I might read it this week, or I might read it for Thriller-a-thon. It says here that the main character inherits half of a house. The other half of the house belongs to a man who disappeared without a trace 27 years ago, and that man is her father. I'm not going to read any more than that because I feel like this is a synopsis that gives a lot away, and I don't like reading synopses for thrillers. But I'm looking forward to reading this one. And then the next 2 books aren't books that I picked up for the Contemporary-a-thon. I just picked these up because they were there, and I need to recap them both for recaptains. The first one is An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. I wasn't originally going to read this one, but since it's getting a sequel, I should probably recap it. This one I think is kind of contemporary light sci-fi. It's about robots that fall to Earth, and the main character is a blogger or a YouTuber, and I think she becomes a viral sensation, and it's kind of about her as she navigates her newfound fame. And then finally, you've seen this one in so many hauls at this point because I keep picking it up from the library, and that is The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. This is a sequel to The Poppy War. I've got it as an ebook, but I want to read the physical version. My only issue is that it's a freaking brick, and I haven't gotten around to it yet because I keep having other things going on. So I keep having to return it to the library, and then check it out again a couple of weeks later when I see that it's back in there, because people keep reserving this. I hope that I am showing the library that people want to read R.F. Kuang's books and that they're going to order more copies of this so I can hold on to it for longer. I think there are only 2 copies in my entire county at the moment, so they definitely need more if I'm going to keep checking this out. I think the sequel to this comes out in the summer of this year, so I've got a while to go to read it. It's just, I'm dying to read it, but I am also really, really scared. So that was my library haul. I'm gonna go and read now. I'm definitely going to read The Gravity of Us. I don't know why I'm umming and ahhing. I'm quite excited for that one, so I will let you know later on what my initial thoughts are. It's actually now the next day. It's the morning, and I fell asleep last night after I read maybe 1 page of The Gravity of Us. I'm really good at this vlogging thing. I am going to end the vlog here, I think, because I don't really want to combine days 1 and 2 into one vlog. So I'm going to end day 2 here. This light is bright. And then I will speak to you tomorrow in my next vlog, in which, what am I doing today? I'm actually going to be reading today, so that's a plus. I probably need to do some food shopping. I can take you along with me for that. And I don't know, do you want to see my editing process? I will figure that out later on. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll speak to you all in my next video. Bye!